Oh, you can't beat a morning brew. Wagwan people, what you saying? It is I, Diligent Fingers, and welcome to another video. Now this was supposed to be an actual morning vlog, but looking at my schedule and what I've got going on, I don't think I'm gonna have time to actually edit it for the mornings. Plus, this was actually a challenge that was put forward to me by TriForceDrew. It wasn't put forward to me personally, it was just a challenge to all YouTubers to list their top 10 favourite video games. I thought that would be a great way for people to actually get to know a bit more about the gaming side of things. It might seem like it came out of nowhere, but I have always been a bit of a gamer, do you know what I mean? But without any more waffling on, let's get into this shit. And yes, I have got a piece of paper, you know what I mean, just to make sure I remember everything. And that, yes, there is a microphone there now. I thought I'd do a bit more of a better job of getting better vocal audio quality for you guys. And yes, my vocal booth, it's like that, yeah, that there, my vocal booth is broken, which I'm not too happy about. But I digress. Let's get into this shit. Bit of a Dashy Games reference there. Sorry, it's not plagiarism. Right, number 10. This game, man. Oh my god, this game brings back memories. Alex the Kid on the Master System. Now, this wasn't the first ever game that I played, but it's the first game that I particularly owned because I got a Master System for Christmas when I was living in foster care. It went in the game room and it had to stay in the game room. It couldn't go in the living room. It just weren't allowed. But this was the very first game that I owned, even though it was built into the Master System. And oh my god, did I love this game. Just how it looked. This little dude with really big fuck off hands. I don't know why his hands are the same size as his head. I don't know why, but just going around punching the shit out of birds, people on bikes. You could ride a motorbike in the game, and you could play rock, paper, scissors. You could actually play that shit in the game. It was amazing. It just brought back so many like fond memories. But when I realised like there was a whole world of gaming around, I think it was around the time that I first started watching Games Master on Channel 4, showing my age a bit there, do you know what I mean? But shout out to the ones that know about Games Master. So that has to be number 10. Number 9 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the NES. Now that was one of the first games I ever played because I had an NES. It was for my auntie who was younger than me, which is just weird in itself. I had an auntie that was younger than me, like by like 2 years. And she got an NES for Christmas. She got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I just took over that console. I just took over that game. Like, I was playing that console more than my auntie Grace was. Like, it was ridiculous. And she used to get so angry with me because she hardly had any time to actually play the game. But I love gaming more than you. I'm older than you, but absolutely amazing. Love the cartoon. So the fact that there was a video game out about it just sent my head into the stratosphere. I just fucking loved everything about it. It was frustrating as shit, but I absolutely loved everything about the game. Number 8, Super Mario Bros. 3 on the Super Nintendo, and I'm sure it was on the NES as well, but I think it got brought over to the Super Nintendo. I can't remember if it was in the whole collection that I played it or if it was just on the NES that I actually played it. But again, amazing game. I love the first one, I love the second one. I didn't get to play the lost levels or the lost stages or, you know, the unofficial third installment, third sequel, but Super Mario 3, I just thought it was a better game like than the first two. Obviously it's the third version, but I just enjoyed it a whole lot more. Just the fact that you had more places to explore, you had more powers. I think that was when the feather was introduced, so you could actually fly. I think that was when Yoshi was introduced as well, and that's you jump on this little, I don't even know what he is. I think he's some sort of like mutated newt or something like that, but he was cool. And the fact that the music changed every time you got on his back, come on, they were some rhythms. Number 7, Command & Conquer Tiberian Sun on the PC. This was when I realised that there was other platforms that you could actually play games on. I knew you could play games on a computer or on a PC, but actual full-fledged games, like, I didn't realise that you could actually play them on the PC. So when I came across Tiberian Sun, you know, it was amazing. This was when, like, I was learning to build PCs and stuff so I could actually make music on a PC to replicate what I was doing in school a few years ago, because I couldn't afford to buy like a pre-built one. So I had to collect all the parts. I had a load of mates that like were really into building PCs and PC tech and stuff like that. That was the first game that I actually played, as well as making music on the PC. Tiberian Sun just came out of nowhere. It was this war strategy game where you could command all these tanks and infantries, and you could build bases, and you could build harvesters and send them off to go and harvest Tiberian and fucking ore and shit. Like, it was amazing. I absolutely loved it. So Command and Conquer Tiberian Sun is at number 7, and carrying on the PC trend, number 6 has got to be Half-Life. Oh my god, that game. The thing is with that game as well is I didn't really play that much of the story. This was when I was getting into like LAN networking. We did have online and it was dial-up, but it wasn't that great when it first came out. So it was a case of going around, bringing your whole PC, monitor, keyboard, mouse, tower, your whole thing round to a friend's house, having at least 6 or 7 PCs set up around a massive dining table, cracking open Half-Life and having crowbar fights. It was fucking amazing. All you need to do is just go out onto the map, someone would bring out a crowbar and start banging on the wall. Everyone would hear it and know exactly what is going to happen next. Crowbar fight, bitches. Oh yeah. Number 5, NBA Jam on the Mega Drive. Oh yeah. This was where I really got stuck into like console gaming as a whole. I really got stuck into it. NBA Jam, Golden Axe, a couple of other games that I'm not gonna mention because I realised that they are on the list as well. But you know, I really got into like Sonic the Hedgehog, stuff like that as well. But NBA Jam just did it. I was at high school at that time, must have been 14, 15 years old, playing basketball in high school, and then to be able to come home and actually play a basketball game, oh, it just did it for me. Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, they were the players. Nobody else got played. No one else except for Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. No fucking about. I was on fire so many times, it was unfucking believable. I absolutely adored that game. Just the way that it played, the little like spin moves and cross-ups you could do, the commentator, the animations when you smash the backboard, the glass smack backboard.
Just check out my shit, please.
Because the fucking dunk was just immense.
I'm dunking all over niggas, Calvin.
Get off of me!
Get off of me!
Oh my god, yeah. NBA Jam on the Mega Drive. Thank you to my foster mum for getting me that console and getting me that game. You must have had the best time looking after me, because I was the most quietest kid in the world, because I was constantly in that game room playing that game. Number 4, Counter-Strike on the PC. So obviously if I played Half-Life, you must know that I played Counter-Strike as well. This came a little bit later on when the internet was getting a lot better, connection speeds were getting a lot better, dial-up was a lot more bearable, you know, so we could have multiple, you know, PCs connected to the same network, go out, fucking fight people, counter-terrorists versus terrorists. It was fucking amazing. Choosing your guns, having to get kills so you can earn enough money so you could buy that sniper rifle that you wanted, or you could buy that auto rifle that you wanted, or the Desert Eagle. Absolutely fell in love with the Desert Eagle gun because of that game, because of Counter-Strike. And it was then I was in my mosher stage. Like me, yeah, I was a mosher. Super baggy jeans, DC trainers, riding a BMX, listening to the Deftones, Incubus, fucking System of a Down, all that good shit. And it was the first clan that I ever joined. Me and my friends set up the BKA clan, the Bastard Kestrel All-Stars. Shout out to my Bastard Kestrel All-Stars. And we used to just go online and just completely terrorize the shit out of people. I even remember the sound, the ARP sniper rifle. I can't remember the actual model number, but there was a sniper rifle that had the sickest gunshot sound in the world. It was fucking immense. Shout out to the BKA clan. Fucking miss you guys. We need to hook up at some point soon. Right, number 3, Destiny on the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One. Now that game is probably the first game that I completely fell in love with, to the point where I didn't play anything else for the longest period of time. Like, I still play it now. I still play that game now. I'm so engrossed in the story. I'm so engrossed in the gameplay, everything to do with that game. I just fell in love with it. I played the alpha, fell in love with the demo, reached level 7 and almost cried that I couldn't go any further. Had to buy the game before game and that, and then since then, no looking back whatsoever. It introduced me to actual online mode, like online multiplayer in terms of on consoles, because I had no idea that you could do that on a console. It introduced me to actually speaking to people online, because although I was in a clan when I was playing Counter-Strike, it was just me and my friends that were talking to each other. We weren't talking to the other team, and we couldn't hear the other team on the other side. So to be able to get on Destiny and just meet some guys in a fire team on a strike, get into the chat, actually like become really good friends with them. I still speak to them to this day, 2 years on, because when the Rise of Iron comes out, that'll be 2 years of playing this game non-stop. You know, it introduced me to a whole lot of things. It introduced me to the YouTube world, the YouTube gaming world, and seeing how many YouTubers are posting up videos of like them playing all these games that I used to play but never knew that you could record, and you could record commentary over it and put it out for the fucking whole world to hear and see and shit. Do you know what I mean? It opened up a lot of things, this game. Destiny is responsible for a lot of shit in terms of where I am now and what I'm doing with this channel. Yeah man, Destiny is definitely in there at number 3. Number 2, Tekken 3. Now this game has to be at number 2 because it sticks in my mind so much about how much me and my friend absolutely loved this game. Like, it was the first fighting game. Like, I played Street Fighter, I played Killer Instincts, I played fucking Mortal Kombat, Final Fight, all of those types of games, you know? But Tekken 3, reversals, sidestepping, the combos that you could do, the interconnecting moves that you could do, you know what I mean? How much me and my friends really got into this game, to the point where we had to set rules, otherwise we would have massive arguments throughout the night about how to play this game, what character you could use and stuff like that. And again, it was one of those games that really bonded me and my friend, who would go out to work. As soon as everyone finished their shift, everyone would come round to my flat. It was my first flat that I'd got after moving out of foster care, 17 years old and shit. My first ever flat, PlayStation 1 and this game. We had Gran Turismo, we had fucking Wipeout, we had loads of games on there, but Tekken 3 just took over for so long. But there was only one other game that really took over my life, like really set the standard for me as a gamer in general and me as a musician in general as well. And that game is number 1, Music 2000 on the PlayStation 1. Now, as I said about the last game, Tekken 3, it was my first ever flat. I'd left school, I'd got an A minus in GCSE music for practical work. I'd really gotten into making music as a whole. Do you know what I mean? Using computers to make music. I was on a path to build a PC. Do you know what I mean? To start making music. But there was this massive gap between leaving school and getting my first flat and getting my PlayStation 1 and getting this game, where I just wasn't doing anything to do with music whatsoever. Once I got this game, I must have bought out all the game stores around me that had memory cards for the PlayStation 1. Bought them all out. I made so much music on that game. So much music on that game. And it's what solidified me to really want to make music. I want to make music. I don't want to do nothing else except play games and make music. I make hip hop, drum and bass, so much stuff. I think there's a friend, Kane, I'm sure you have got a tape, either Kane or Aaron, yeah? I'm calling you out if you see this video. I'm gonna send this video to you, but I'm sure you have got a cassette tape full to the brim, a 90-minute tape full to the brim of drum and bass tracks that I made on Music 2000. Like, it was ridiculous. I must have had close to about 50 memory cards just full of samples, full of project files that from music that I'd made on there. And the fact that it was on a PlayStation, I could make music on a console. On a console. It took one track, ended up taking up a full 8 megabyte memory card. And I think they were the max memory byte cards that you could get. Megabyte memory, what? You know what I mean? But that game, that set precedent for the rest of my life as a musician and as a gamer. All I wanted to do is just make music, play games. Now I've got over a decade in the game of making music, being a DJ, being an MC, being a producer, do you know what I mean? Being a bit of an engineer. I've even done youth work and taught people, you know, creative writing, production techniques, DJing skills. You know, I've done so much as a result of a musician, and what really solidified things in my mind was this game. The fact that I could make a piece of music on a console, show it to my friends, and they would love it that much that they would want tape recordings of these pieces of music that I'd made. That was it. I have not looked back since. I owe so much to that game. It is ridiculous. But yeah, that's my top 10 all-time favorite video games. Once again, massive shout to TriForceDrew for the challenge. I challenge DJ Mule. I think that will be a really interesting one. Zenarith, Battleborn Braxis as well. You know, I'll put all of their YouTube channel links in the description. It would be great to hear, you know, their history of playing video games and what stood out to them over the years. But thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day. Take it easy and blessings to you all.
Tiger uppercut.